Hey guys, so today I have my sketchbook with me, which is almost like halfway filled, not sure, yeah. And today we're gonna be painting on it. Not painting in the sketchbook, but painting on the cover of the sketchbook. Now I thought that this would be a great idea since it's all black. It really doesn't have like any things on it for me to cover, so I thought that I would like make it my own sketchbook, make it reflect my personality, do a painting, and do a bunch of Shazam on it. And without further ado, let's begin. Okay, now the sketchbook, it is really dirty and it has a lot of scratches and marks all over it. It's really dirty. And it also had this thing that you shut it with. It's like a strap, but it pulled out, so I pulled out the other side, so now we're strapless. So my plan is to still keep the sketchbook as it is, but add a lot of spice to it, you know? I wanna leave the black background and leave all these other elements, you know? I don't want to take away the sketchbook part of it still be. So I have actually prepared a thumbnail. Here it is, and it basically shows the way that I want the sketchbook to look. It has a flower on the left side. I'm sure that I want to keep the flower, but I'm not that sure about the font, and it's gonna say sketchbook number 1. Also, the sketchbook has a really thick side, so I want to write on that thick side sketchbook number 1 as well, so it could be like the old books that you see in libraries. So I'm gonna start off this renovation process by erasing everything that I can erase off of the sketchbook, and then I'm gonna get some black paint and just dump it all out on a piece of plastic because I don't have a palette for the millionth time, and I'm just gonna fill any places which have paint on them with this black paint and fill in any holes, you know, and all that kinds of stuff, and already it looks so much better. Once I was done with that, I started sketching on the sketchbook. I thought that it would be easy to sketch on it, but it was surprisingly hard. The texture was this fake leathery texture, so it was really hard to work with it, so I really didn't know what to do. So I paused for a minute, and the next day I got some gesso and started painting on the sketchbook with it. Now for the background color, I wanted to give it a nice background color. So normally the color opposite of yellow would be a nice purple
or something like that, but I just don't like purple.
So I chose the next two closest colors to it on the color wheel, which are blue and blue. It's looking a little bit yellow, and that's simply because it's gonna need a couple different coats. Just plan, I am gonna go in with a white base coat because it will make things a lot more easier. It's time to add in the yellow. We're gonna make a couple of lines, and they're gonna be like folds in the flower. And then after we're done with this step, we're gonna get some white paint and lighten the yellow. We have put that light color down. I am gonna get another detail brush and put some paint on the tip, and I'm gonna create the illusion of folds. Also add some shadows while I'm at it to create like a smooth gradient. I thought that it would be a lot easier to do what I'm envisioning, but it turns out that it isn't because the paint is still wet. So I'm gonna do this to the whole flower, this technique, and after I'm done doing this technique to the whole flower, I am gonna start and try to create folds once the paint is dry. I am getting like straight up white paint and I'm adding in the highlights with it. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the camera for a bit, zone in a little bit, like do this in this area over here, and come back once I'm refreshed a little bit. I kind of abandoned the sketchbook for a while. I just didn't sketch in it. I sketched in loose pieces of paper, but I've gotten back into it. It's kind of also really nice that no petal is like the other, so each petal looks different. And so I'm a person who gets bored easily, so that's something that is pretty cool. The shadow on the flower is a lot more intense up here in this like area, so I'm trying to make it more intense, but not trying to make it look muddy, you know? It's kind of hard, but yeah. Now that I am done with the whole stem thingy, so now that I'm done with the whole stem thing, I am gonna begin by doing the exact same thing that I did for the flower on the stem. I'm gonna put a green base coat on it and then start adding the detail. Now I am kind of scared to do the whole stem thingy. It is kind of complicated. The stem is a lot easier than I thought that it would be. Okay, so I have two options, either for me to write it beside each other and write it right here, or either for me to write it like this. Now, when you put it like this,
It looks great. It looks absolutely fine.
but the thing is that this whole side is going to be empty, so I feel like if I put this, it won't feel as empty and it will feel more colorful, you know? So I'm going to do what my gut tells me to do, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, now I just had a bomb idea. Now I wanted to go in like with a completely different color, but I thought that it would take away a little bit from the sunflower, so I thought that I would go with colors that are next to yellow in the color wheel, which are orange and red. So I'm gonna be doing the number 1 in red and sketchbook in orange. Guys, thank you all for watching, and also side note that my upload schedule has changed. I used to upload every single Thursday, now it's every single Friday, so yeah. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next video. Bye bye!